Karl Benz, the man who changed the world, and his wife Bertha Benz, who caused him to do it. In 1888, Mannheim, Germany, Karl Benz was working on his revolutionary invention. The engineer started working on his horseless carriage at the young age of 15. 20 years later, he was nearly done. The only problem was that the Kaiser of Germany at the time loved horses and considered the thought of a horseless carriage unpatriotic. Not only that, but Karl was also a bad businessman. He did not believe in his invention and kept it locked up. Thankfully, his wife Bertha Benz was there to help. She gave him all of her financial support and believed in him when he didn't.
Yes, Bertha Benz played a crucial role in the success of Karl's invention. In fact, it was Bertha who took the world's first car, the Benz patent motor wagon, on the first real test drive, out in public in 1888. She took her two teenage sons with her on a 65-mile drive to go see her mother, and to demonstrate the usability of Karl's invention.
She completed this journey without any gas stations around and no well-built roads around, which emphasizes the usability of his car. More importantly, she broke the societal barrier of people not accepting a horseless carriage. Furthermore, she was able to tap into the public's curiosity, which drove away their skepticism and their fear of a horseless carriage. Some might even say that Bertha Benz broke the gender stereotype, because who would have known at the time that the first person to ever drive a car would be a woman? Not too far away in Stuttgart, Germany, a man by the name of Gottlieb Daimler created a four-wheel vehicle, and after a few years, their companies merged. Thus, Mercedes-Benz was born. Another very important aspect that came from Karl Benz's invention was the creation of jobs. Many people were employed due to the need of labor in factories. Today, the automotive industry has brought along very big markets for goods and services. One example of service is the need of car repairs, and if we look today, many of the people are also getting their cars customized and upgraded. Many of those people are buying parts from third-party companies who have started their own business of making aftermarket parts. This contributes to nearly 7 million of the people working in the automotive industry today. In 2018 alone, Mercedes-Benz employed around 300,000 people. Now, the automotive industry employs around 8 million people in the US alone. Another great outcome of Karl Benz's invention was breaking the barrier of long-distance travel. Cars were much cheaper than horses to maintain, and although they might have not been faster at the time, they definitely are now. Also, unlike trains, cars can be simply parked in front of your house so you can go wherever you needed, whenever you needed. Cars don't only make daily commutes and annual road trips easier, but they also make the transportation of goods much easier and cheaper as well. Cars are the most popular form of transportation in the USA alone, and one of the most popular in the world. It's incredibly hard to imagine a world without them. We use them every day, from going to school, going back, going to work, running groceries, and visiting family, no matter how far away they are.
Karl Benz's innovation should be rated a solid 10 in its importance and a need in our modern world. The automobile has played a crucial role in the development of our modern civilization. It has mobilized generations and democratized transportation. And in demonstrating the feasibility of the internal combustion engine, Karl Benz, along with Gottlieb Daimler and other engineering pioneers at the time, also laid the groundwork for motorized transportation in the air and on the water. Where would we be today without it? Over a century, Karl Benz was a genius engineer and inventor who never in his life feared to take a challenge head-on. When he embarked on his mission to develop the first automobile, the overall consensus in the engineering community was that it simply cannot be done. Combustion engines were too big and too heavy to fit into and power a vehicle. Benz refused to accept that premise and successfully pushed past the technical boundaries of what was thought possible at the time. As a businessman, Benz was far more cautious. He was reluctant to promote the new technology as he was very concerned about the public's ability to accept something so groundbreaking and mysterious to the common non-engineer. But one has to also consider that in the early days of the automobile, Germany was not the most enthusiastic market to adopt this new innovation. Other countries such as France and the United States would see much stronger and much more rapid growth of automobile sales in the late 19th century.
Today, it is safe to say that in almost every country, cars remain one of the most, if not the most used form of transportation today. We can also see how far the car has gone since it was first invented. Recently, the Bugatti Chiron broke the world record for the fastest production car. It was able to reach speeds of 300 miles per hour, and this was unheard of for a mass production car. Not only that, Karl Benz's invention has sparked new motorsports like Formula One, NASCAR, Formula Drift, Rallycross, and many more. The invention of the car also created millions of jobs across the world and boosted the economy. The invention of the car also helped popularize the four-stroke engine, which is the most common type of engine we see today in most machines. It is nearly impossible to imagine a world without cars, for how often we use them and how many things we use them for. Without them, the world may not be as productive and as far advanced as we are today.